Hey everyone, my name is Leith, aka Carnivorous Calisthenics, and today I'm going to show you some secret tips to unlock any calisthenics skill, whether that be the planche, the front lever, the human flag, or any other skill that you are interested in learning. Now, when learning anything, there are always some things that work better than others, and for me, this technique was fantastic for gaining awareness in the position and learning things much more quickly. I feel for a heavy, tall athlete, learning the front lever was a really challenging skill for me, and I felt like this was drastically sped up by using this tool. And today I'm going to show you guys the same methodologies that I use to achieve these awesome skills being a taller and heavier athlete. Now, using this tool is going to work regardless of whether you're light or heavier, but it is really beneficial for those that are heavier, as it's going to allow you to do the full position of these movements before you're actually able to do it. The tool is the common resistance band. The resistance band is so effective for doing every calisthenics skill. So what the resistance band effectively does is work against gravity, allowing you to become lighter. As the resistance band is pushing up against your body, it's reducing your overall weight, and therefore it's going to make the skill easier for you. So for example, a 20 kg band is going to take off 20 kgs of weight off your body, generally speaking, plus or minus a little bit, and it's going to make it that much easier to do the skill. Now, why this is so beneficial: when we're learning skills like the front lever, there is a drastic difference between an advanced tuck and a full position. And the reason why is because you're increasing the leverage. The further your legs are away from your body, the harder the position is going to be. Now, because this change is so drastic, it actually activates muscles that aren't really activated in the advanced tuck, and it's going to put a lot more strain on the core and on the back. We can imitate the full position at a lighter load by using a resistance band, and therefore as we get stronger and stronger, we can use the resistance band to build more time under tension, and then lowering the resistance band, we can then progress to the actual skill. What I'm going to go through today are 3 skills that you might want to learn: the front lever, the planche, and the human flag, and how to use a band to achieve these skills as fast as possible. So let's get to it. Now, the first exercise I'm going to show you guys is the front lever. And the front lever is a back and bicep dominant skill. It requires huge back strength. And to build this back strength, you can use pull-ups and rows, but the best way to achieve the front lever is by actually practicing the front lever. So you can do skills such as the front lever tuck, or you can do front lever raises on the bar, but the band is another great tool that you can use, and you could probably actually achieve it with just using the band. There are 2 good ways that you can use the band to do a front lever on a low bar. You can either wrap the band around your back and put it just under your lower back. You can then wrap the resistance band around your hand like so, making sure that it's not like this, otherwise it's just going to fall. So make sure it's wrapped around with your thumb here, and do this on both sides. Then you can put your hands on the bar and slowly move into the position. You can practice variations in this position, such as the straddle, half lay, advanced tuck, or single leg. And guys, just because you use a band doesn't mean it's going to be easy. Remember, the lighter the band, the less resistance it's going to give you. So using a 5 or 10 kg band might be too hard for you at the start, so it's best to get a thicker band. Second way you can use the band is wrapping it again around your waist, but this time we're going to wrap the band around the bar. And by wrapping the band around the bar, we can control how much resistance we have. We then just put our hand over the resistance band, and we're going to do the same thing without wrapping around this bar. So we're basically going to hold our hands onto the resistance band, and this is going to give us slightly more resistance than just putting it behind the back. Again, the same things apply. Now, with the planche, it's also very, very simple. Unfortunately, I have a slight brachioradialis injury at the moment, and it impacts me in a planche, so I'm not going to go too intense. But for me, even now, using a band is such a fantastic tool to actually recover the tendons and strengthen them without the intensity, if it is tolerable. So there are 2 ways of using the resistance band to do the planche. The first way is by wrapping the band, again, over the top of the bar. We now have the 2 bands right here, and this is going to give you the most resistance. We can do this by putting the band across our waist, and this is kind of a hack. If you don't have a heavier resistance band, you can do this with a lighter band. but I wouldn't suggest doing it with a super light band, otherwise it may snap. You can then practice your planche movements in any position. Not going to do too much today because I can feel it a little bit, but you get the drift. Hold this position, and as you get stronger you can lighten the band. The other method to do the planche with the band is again looping the band over the top, but instead pulling the band through one of the loops. You pull it all the way down, and this is going to give you a solid resistance. And again, you put this underneath and you go for your reps. Now this obviously is going to give you less support, so do what you feel is necessary for you, and make sure you're using the right resistance band. We can do at least 10 to 15 seconds per exercise. The last exercise I'm going to show you how to use a resistance band with is the human flag. And the human flag is a really fun skill, but needs to be trained on both sides. You can use the resistance band really simply to train the straddle position. I don't suggest you try the human flag until you have a solid pushing and pulling base, as it does put a lot of strain on the shoulders. Firstly, we wrap the band around the top, or any bar that's going to be your top bar. Pull the band through just like we did with the planche. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to attach the band onto our bottom foot. This is then when we come up into a straddle position or straight position, it's going to give us support in the position by holding us up. Again, the heavier the resistance band, the more it's going to help you. So again, gauge this one to your ability and remember to train both sides. So guys, when it comes to training volume and amount with bands, that is really going to be up to how you feel and how your body is. For some people, you can do higher volume with bands because you are doing a lower intensity, you are able to do more volume. But again, everyone is different. So my recommendation is to follow the simple rule that you do 10 to 20 sets per muscle group per week for the exercises. If you're trying to get the front lever, you may incorporate the banded exercises as well as other front lever exercises like the front lever pull or lower intensity non-banded holds. My suggestion is to go for at least 10 to 15 seconds, if not longer, with bands, because this is going to build really good muscle hypertrophy for these movements. It's then going to translate really well to the intense movements. Once you can do at least 20 to 30 seconds with a band, it's time for you to move down to a lower band and you can practice the full movement. Now, some questions. Should I be going straight to a full front lever, for example, with a band? That is up to you, but my suggestion is that you are going to be training at least a straddle with this band. And the reason why is because the straddle and the straight position allow your body to be fully extended. This is going to give you the most translatable hypertrophy and neuromuscular connections. Apply this method to every skill that you're trying to learn, the front lever, the planche, and the human flag, and watch how much stronger you get. So guys, I suggest at least 3 to 5 sets of banded work per session for each exercise, and this is going to translate really well later. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for tuning in today. If you liked my video, please give me a like, subscribe, and check out my other calisthenics videos. I've got awesome muscle up tutorials, one-arm pull-up, and others. So stay tuned for next time. I'll see you later. Peace.